Okay guys, here we go. The basics. Let's start with a slip knot. I always used to think that everybody knew how to do a slip knot because I grew up doing these. Not everybody does. Wrap it around. Okay, you can use 2 fingers, you can use 1 finger. Alright, this is the best way I know how to show people. Wrap it around 2 fingers. Pull your finger out. Okay. You can see that it crosses over the top. All right. Pinch that where it crosses. Take your crochet hook, reach in, pull it up. There's going to be a tail. You're going to want that tail. You really are. Let me try this again because I just totally goofed it up. Okay. I am not used to doing it this way. Okay. And tighten it up. And you're going to have a big long tail. You want the tail, okay? Don't get rid of the tail yet. All right. Now you have your first step to crocheting. Okay. Now you're going to stitch. Okay. First thing you need to do is cinch your slip knot up over your crochet hook and make sure it's large enough for your hook to slide in and out of. All right, you're going to chain. You see the way that I have this wrapped around my fingers? That's for tension. Do it the way that you feel comfortable with. My mother used to wrap it around twice on her pinky, once on her finger. Okay, and then do it. Let's see if I can't do it my mom's way. My mom used to do it twice on the finger, once around the finger, twice on the pinky, once around the finger to the crochet hook, over the thumb. All right, that was the way my mother would do it. I can't do it this way. It cuts into my pinky too much. So I learned to do it like this. This is the way I hold it when I knit. This is the way I hold it when I crochet. I started crocheting when I was 4 years old. Okay. Chain stitch. All right. Let me try to keep this hand. I use both hands when I crochet. So, okay. You want to go around and hook your yarn and pull it through that loop. That's all you got to do. Hook the yarn, pull it through. This is your chain stitch. This makes the base for anything you are doing. Okay. Let's go straight on to single crochet. All right. Now, if you already had something done, you would simply add on and do it. We'll get into that in a later part. All right, single crochet. You can see how you have these. Let's take a good look at the crochet or the chain stitch. All right, so you can see that you have these 2 loops up at the top and 1 loop on the bottom. A lot of people say in order to be a proper crocheter and to crochet nicely. My mother tried to tell me this. I proved her wrong. You are supposed to go between these top 2 and this bottom loop. I can't do that. I have never been able to do that. And I think it's because of the way that I was taught to crochet. When I was 4 years old, my mother got tired of my saying, "Mom, make me some doll clothes. Mom, make me some doll clothes." And she went out and she bought a beginner's crochet pattern or crochet kit. And it had plastic hooks and a ball of yarn and some basic knitting patterns. Okay, so watch how I do this. You want to skip 1 chain and go down. All right, you want to insert your hook. Look, I only have 1 loop on top. That's all I need for my chain. Okay, pull up one loop. Now I have 2 loops on my hook. Okay, 2 loops on my hook. Now I'm just going to yarn over again, grab the yarn, okay, and pull it through both loops. That's it. That's all crocheting is. All right. You can see that the next loop is going, hey, here I am. Poke it through. Do not split your yarn. Hook your yarn. Pull it up. Look, you now have 2 loops on your hook. Hook your yarn. Pull it through. And if any crocheter says, I never split my yarn, they're lying. If any crocheter ever says, I never make a mistake, they're lying. Okay. It is all part and parcel. If you are a perfectionist, don't leave me nasty comments. Actually, you won't be able to leave comments because I'm going to disable them. All right. Then knit 1 and turn. Now, I purposely kept this thing small so I can show you guys the different steps. Now we're going to single crochet and a single crochet. But wait, you say, the back of those look different than the front of those. Yes. Yes, they do. And there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. Unlike the knit stitch, where if you change the way that you do your stitch, you're going to change the stitch itself and how it looks. Crochet is crochet. All right. It is just a series of loops. Okay. Now, you should have knit 1 at the end of this row because we're going on to the next row. That gives your first stitch enough height so you're not going to curve the end. This one, you go through both loops on top. All right. Because there's more than enough room. Let me redo that. Okay, so here you can see, at least I don't know if you guys can see this or not. It would help if I keep it in frame. Okay, here's the bottom of the loop. Here's the top of the loop. The top has 2 loops. The bottom has a single loop. All right. You're going to go under both loops, okay? This is just your basic single crochet, all right? Make a swatch for your yarn. Okay, so like I was saying, make a swatch. That means you just make a patch of yarn that you know how it's going to look. You have some idea as to the repeat if you're using an ombre yarn. You know how your needle works with your hook works with the yarn. Yeah, and that sort of thing. I was originally going to do a thread project with y'all, but I decided just to do this instead when I got invited to the baby shower for my niece's baby. So I decided that, really, the habits that you pick up when you're learning really will affect you for the rest of your life. So make sure that you do really good habits when you're learning. Okay, I'm going to turn you guys around so you can see this from the other direction. Okay, you guys are now facing in my way. Okay, so now I'm looking at what I'm crocheting. All right. The habits that you have when you're learning to do anything such as a new stitch, such as a new craft, will affect you for the rest of the time that you're doing the said craft or said stitch. I love to rock in a rocking chair when I am crocheting. I love to. I have to. So I tend to rock while I'm sitting on my, no matter where I'm at. If I'm on my bed, I'm rocking on while I'm sitting on my bed. If I'm in the car, I'm rocking while I'm sitting in the car. If I'm not driving, I do not drive. I do not have a driver's license. And no, it has nothing to do with the fact that I'm crocheting. It has everything to do with the fact that these are the thinnest glasses I have ever had. Okay? They are not thin. Well, they're not. No, I take that back. I have had slightly thinner glasses. But that was right after my eye operation. So, yeah. Okay, so I tend to rock. Okay? And so I am uncomfortable if I am not rocking while I'm crocheting. So in case you're wondering why my hands keep going back and forth, it's because I am rocking. In my rocker up at the cabin, I can crochet like a son of a beanpole. Okay? When you get down towards the end, alright, work your last stitch in the top of this one. Okay. And because we're going to do one more row of single crochet, see, even the most experienced crocheter will split their yarn. It's just a nature of the beast. I'm at a bad angle. I can't rock like I usually rock. I'm doing little tiny rocks instead of my nice big full rocks. And yes, I rock with the rhythm of my stitching. So if I'm going like a son of a bun, I am rocking like a son of a bum. Okay. Go through, pull it up, crochet out. Okay, now, because we're going to do another row, crochet one, turn, and then continue to crochet. All right, when we come back, we are going to switch to double crochets.